and welcome to Dream Home Season 7, powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag, HPL Wires and Asset Homes. So before moving on, let me welcome our wonderful panel of judges, Ms. Sudha, Mr. Jibu John. So on this beautiful episode, we present before you from Malappuram, Marakkakam house. So judges, let's take a look.
Now this is the sit-out area. As you can see, we have vitrified tiles, and it's also a mix with that and Lapotha granite. In addition to that, we've got natural stone cladding across the sides. And my favorite part about this whole entire area is actually this open space to my right. It's right in between the wall, and they have plants there. It's just overall, it just looks beautiful. It's just so different. You don't really see that too often. So right behind me, as you can see, we have a wooden door. To my right is a completely wooden window. We actually have an additional one to the right side of that as well. Obviously that's great for lighting and all of that. And right above me we have beautiful light fixtures. It's just overall awesomely designed. I love it. Now let's get into the space. The living room is to the right. We have a formal dining room to the left. This is a courtyard area. It's very beautiful. We have a pergola right above me. We have a highlighted orange wall to my left. We have a staircase that goes all the way up to 2 more bedrooms upstairs with an upper family living room. We have one bedroom to my right and one to my left, and this is the kitchen. Now let's check it all out. We are in the dining room. As you can see right above me, we have a false ceiling. Right below me, we have granite floors with a combination of vitrified tiles. We have 2 windows, one to my left, one to my right. This is great for lighting, and we have such an open space. Even if you didn't have the windows, we have so much lighting coming into this space right here. We have the washing area to my left and a bedroom that you can just walk right into right after dinner if you were tired. Welcome into the kitchen. As you can see, we've got granite floors, artificial white marble countertops, we've got the wooden cupboards all around, and it's so spacious in here, it even echoes. And one thing that I do see as a recurring theme is the openness. We have an openness from this room into the kitchen, the work area, and so it just makes it seem so much bigger. Now the color theme in here seems to be black, brown, and white. Let's take a look at the next room. And this is such a beautiful staircase we have here. We have Lapother granite and some wood right in between. Now the railing is also wood with metal. Now I'd like to point out that we have very high ceilings here. So right above the courtyard area is a beautifully designed pergola. This design is definitely something that I haven't seen ever. It actually extends right into the side of the wall, and it obviously lets in lots of lighting. And that, my friends, was the magic of Marakkakam House. I'm your host, Danish Karthik. Thank you guys so much for joining with us on this episode. I will see you next time.
Both of the judges would be having 100 marks each, wherein this 100 marks is again subdivided into 10 different aspects, which includes exteriors, interiors, decor and lighting, landscaping, kitchen, bathroom, flooring, wardrobe, painting and value for money. I think in all the houses, the kids' room is every time and all the time attractive, and that's where my eyes is always wandering. So starting with the judgments, exteriors.
Yeah, this is a typically two-way sloping roof house. They've got simple slopes. It matches well with the settings in the sense that you have tall trees also in the background. The grey tiles of the roof along with the half cladded pillars and maybe one tall cladded wall actually all adds to the pinnacle of the sloping roofs that they've tried to form. The wood also doesn't stand out too jarring, it gels quite well with the rest of the ambience. So overall I think the design has come out okay, so 6.7.
6.7 out of 10, Mr. Jippu.
I think when you imagine a house, what you want is basically a good driveway, a reasonably good front garden, and a nice storybook kind sloping roof house. I think this house fits the bill almost to the most of the things. I think the proportions and the detailing are done nicely. I'll give it 7.
7 out of 10. Interiors.
The interiors, as we saw the different shots, I was a bit disappointed. The outside ambience was, like you say, a fairy tale house, but the inside I felt was a little. It was done to do things. That's how I felt when I saw it. It didn't come as a part of the natural evolution of the interiors. There was some, in fact, if you compare rooms, the drawing room is heavily done while the dining room is almost stark. I actually preferred the dining room. The dining room was simple, plain, the colors matched very well. But the drawing room, there were a lot of intricacies both with respect to the ceiling and the wall details. So overall I felt the interiors had certain parts which were really overdone, certain parts which were underdone. So I'll give it a 5.8.
5.8 out of 10, Mr. Jippu.
The interiors has got almost all the elements, the courtyard, the spatial connections, everything is working out fine. As Sudha said, the drawing room is quite heavy when compared to all the other rooms. The sofa selection of the drawing room also is slightly confusing. It's a big L-shaped sofas with the brightly colored cushions. But other than that, overall the interiors, they've tried to keep a decent look to the most of the things. I will give it 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Decor and lighting.
The decor, the paneling on the walls, the flooring, all this goes to becoming the decor of the place. And what I find, like I said, I like the dining room better. It's a neat paneling, the wash area, the dining table. It's handled quite well. It's quite nice, that area. Also the staircase, the courtyard below it, all this adds up to the charm of the place. I'll give it a 6.
6 out of 10, Mr. Jippu.
Decor and lighting, I think as I said earlier, the drawing room sofa is a bit too large and big L shape. But otherwise all the other rooms are matching up to the total ambience of the house, the colors, the furnitures used, it's all very well done. And regarding the lighting, I think they've used a variety of lightings, but even the LED with the diagonal strips here and there on the ceiling, although it's a bold approach, it actually matches well up to the total interior. I'll give it 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. And landscaping, I really liked it. As Jibbu sir said, everyone dreams of having, a very spacious area where you can walk with your family in the evening. So what do you think about it, the landscaping?
Yes, true. The site being sloping and there are plenty of area in front of the house, so you really get a beautiful view into the house. Some of the shots I felt was a lot of tile area, but then There is also again a lot of landscape area also. You see a lot of lawn, tall trees, and the rustic nature of the building also adds to the charm of the rustic nature. I meant the natural tiles cladded on the side of the building. That also adds it. They've also integrated the landscape by having a small deck sort of area by the side of the veranda to integrate that into the house. So landscape, I'll give it a 6.5.
6.5 out of 10, Mr. Chippu.
Yeah, I think I like the landscaping, the way they've done it, the nice paved driveway, and that paving also is very simple square blocks. So that simplicity is kept there towards the porch. On either side, without any big boundaries, they've gone for the lawn, which actually merges in with the driveway. I'll give it 7.
7 out of 10. Kitchen.
Very simple kitchen. It's all white. There is a black top plus wood. It doesn't look so bad. My only downside to that was the fact that there was a granite flooring, which again I'm always very anxious about when it comes to a kitchen, because water could fall, it could become slippery. But other than that, the kitchen's simple and clean. Lines 6.
6 out of 10, Mr. Chippu.
I like the kitchen, the color combination is worked out well. As Sudha said, the granite flooring always has got that danger, but here actually they have done it well with the total color combination. So aesthetically it looks quite appealing. The white cabinets with the wood combination, the white tops and all, it looks good. I'll give it 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Bathrooms.
I guess this is the favorite part of this house for me. It's come out beautifully in the sense that I like the use of a single shade of color, maybe highlighting just one shade difference, not too many patterns, no textures, nothing. But the sizes of the tiles have varied beautifully in sense that you've created a pattern with just the same tile, same color, but the cut lines give it the texture and the pattern required. There was one bathroom where the bathing area alone is highlighted with a single dark tile, which is quite nice actually. I'll give it a 7.
7 out of 10, Mr. Chippu.
Yeah, I agree, because I think bathroom should be one of the most comfortable spaces you should be living, you should be entering into, and that comfort is felt here because of the use of subtle colors, the nice combination, whatever small combination that is used here. I'll also give it 7.
7 out of 10. Flooring.
Flooring, I felt the combination of dark and light tiles, vitrified tiles, it's come out quite well. The flooring is simple and neat. Bedrooms are looking good, bright. The granite in the kitchen is a no-no for me. I'm giving it a 6.
6 out of 10, Mr. Chippu.
I think they've gone for some experiments in this where they've used granite in a big way with the combination of ivory tile. Normally it's too drastic a combination which is quite difficult to work well, but here I think they've managed to make it more or less reasonably good. I'll give it 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Wardrobes.
Wardrobes actually have been extensively detailed. That is, each bedroom I felt they've actually taken the wardrobe, taken the paints to integrate the wardrobe with the ceiling. For example, there was a ceiling with a long line strip kind of ceiling. The similar strip has come into the wardrobe, but then I felt that it's taking away from the bedroom in the sense there's too much texture. There's something that really didn't go very well. In spite of the detailing, there was another wardrobe with 2 colors, just a plain dark color on the top, light at the bottom, or vice versa. But I felt that there was no need to enhance the wardrobe so much. It would rather better be a part of the background. I'm giving it a 5.5.
5.5 out of 10, Mr. Chippu.
Yeah, I think the wardrobes, the way they've done it, they've tried to actually do it differently in my point of view. They've tried to do it differently than the normal thing, where they've not gone overboard also. So there is wardrobe with the white paneling with the veneer cladding. So those things actually gel quite well. I'll give it 6.2.
6.2 out of 10. paintings?
Paint wall colors are quite simple. The exterior colors are very subtle and very nice. One of the colors that I really liked was one of the background walls in the bedroom had a very light shade of olive green that was very simple, very nice. I'll go for a 6.5.
6.5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo?
Yeah, painting has been done very well. Nice ivory color which suits the house and the entire furnishing and the interior decor. I'll go for 6.5.
6.5 out of 10. Value for money.
Simple, nice house, 6.5.
6.5 out of 10, Mr. Jibbo?
Same, 6.5.
Again, 6.5 out of 10 for value for money. And now the total marks given by Ms. Sudha 62.5 and by Mr. Jibbo 66.2, which makes a total of 128.7. So with this, we are winding up today's episode. We will be back tomorrow with yet another beautiful home. Until then, this is Archana Ravi and the entire team of Dream Home Season 7, powered by Johnson Tiles, co-presented by ACC Cements, Prayag, HPL Wires and Asset Home. Signing off. Tata.